Scout the explorer mouse and the old mine. Bristle traced the faded lines on the map with one careful paw, his eyes sharp and gleaming. "There's something marked here," he whispered to Scout, pointing at a symbol half buried under the smudges of age. "An old mine, long forgotten, but if it's still there, it could hold more than gold. Stories, history, secrets worth uncovering." Scout tilted his head, curious but wary. Around them, thistle, ash, and willow had already made camp, stretching out by the fire, content to let the valley's peace wash over them. Laughter, warmth, and ease filled the air. But Bristle leaned closer, lowering his voice. "This isn't a path for all of us. It's dangerous. Just you and me, Scout. If anyone can do this, it's us." Scout's eyes softened and brightened with quiet determination. He knew Bristle's careful mind would never suggest such a risk lightly. And though rest was tempting, his heart stirred at the thought of a hidden place waiting to be revealed. Together, the two friends shouldered their packs, the firelight fading behind them as they stepped into the shadows unknown. With every careful step, Bristle's clever mind stayed 2 moves ahead. He scratched arrows into the walls, a trail back to daylight. Scout held the flashlight steady, his steady courage matching Bristle's caution. Getting lost wasn't on their list of things to do, for they were too wise for that. Narrow tunnel opened into a vast cavern, and both Scout and Bristle froze in awe. The walls shimmered with golden veins, streaks of light catching the stone as if the earth itself had been hiding treasure for ages. For a moment, their daring was rewarded with wonder, a secret only the bold would ever see. "This isn't just for us. It's meant to be shared. For every traveler, every friend we meet who's in need, this treasure can bring hope." The cavern seemed to echo with their words, as if the earth itself approved. In that moment, the gold was no longer just a prize. It became a promise. The forgotten tunnel. Scout tilted his head, ears twitching. "Bristle, look behind those roots." Bristle pushed the tangled curtain aside with his paw, revealing a thin, jagged opening in the rock. He raised the flashlight, and its narrow beam spilled through the gap. A shimmer flickered in the darkness beyond. "Another cavern?" Scout whispered, whiskers trembling. "Looks like it," Bristle said, lowering his voice, "but narrower than the others. We'll have to squeeze through." The two mice pressed themselves sideways, slipping into the hidden tunnel. Their tiny paws scratched against the cold stone, and the sound echoed like whispers. The air grew cooler, laced with earthy scent of minerals. Halfway in, Scout gasped, "Bristle, look at those walls." The beam of the flashlight revealed veins of quartz and crystalline shards, glowing faintly as though they captured and reflected even the smallest hint of light. Blues, greens, and silvers danced like stars trapped inside the stone. "It's like walking through a frozen rainbow," Bristle murmured, eyes wide. "No wonder no one's found this. Who would think to look behind roots?" Scout brushed his paw against a shard that hummed with faint energy. "Do you feel that? It's warm, like it's alive." The cavern ceiling soared high, jeweled with crystal clusters that glowed softly on their own. The floor was uneven, scattered with natural stone pillars that sparkled like lanterns. And at the far end, a pool of water shimmered with faint light, reflecting the crystals like a mirror of the stars. Scout whispered, awestruck, "Bristle, this place isn't just rich, it's sacred." Bristle nodded slowly. "Maybe the gold was for taking, but this feels like it's meant to be left as it is." The two mice stood silently for a moment, paws tied around their small bags of gold, realizing they had stumbled not just into treasure, but into wonder itself. Thanks for dropping by, and thanks for subscribing. Please watch for more exciting adventures of Scout the Explorer Mouse.